Good morning. My name is Lucia Ferarra, and I'm here at the Precious Blood Renewal Center. I'm Director of Hospitality, and I'm coming to you today with a great spring, summer salad. It's a great to-go recipe. You can prepare it a night or two before, and because the more it marinates with your chickpeas, the better. So let me get started. So I call this my Greek chickpea and spinach salad in a jar. Okay, and I like to use these bigger mason jars. So I don't even know how many ounces these are. I think they're about 24 ounces. So that's how big these are. So and then I use this smaller jar, mason jar, for it's about half the size maybe, for my dressing. So what I was saying a minute ago about making it ahead is that you can make, if you think you and your loved one who's taking lunches to work or wherever on the go, you can make these the night before, you can make these a couple days before, and it will last in the refrigerator for up to 4 or 5 days, okay? So let's start. So first, what I'm going to do is tell you what I have as far as ingredients. Super simple, okay? So you need to get 1 can of chickpeas, which is just 1 can. You need to drain them. I like to rinse them and get the sodium kind of washed off of them. So I have my chickpeas. I've got about a cup or 2 of my spinach. Now remember, the recipe I'm giving you will make a couple of jars, like 2 or 3 jars. So it kind of just depends on how you like things, okay? So, and then I've got Greek Kalamata olives. Some folks like to just cut them in half before they put them in the jar. I like mine whole. It doesn't really matter, okay? So I've kind of sliced a few for you just to see there. And then I have sweet cherry grape tomatoes, okay? So I went ahead and have those. So I sliced those in half. And I don't know, for a couple of jars, you would need about a half a cup to a cup. Like I said, it kind of depends on what you like, okay, or whoever you're making it for really likes, okay. And then I cut up a nice red onion, about half a cup of that. And then I chose to cut up red pepper today because that's what I had in the refrigerator at home. So I chopped up about a half of a red pepper, okay? And then I got a cucumber, cleaned it, sliced it, and then I cut it again. So really I chopped it. And this is about 3/4 cup of cucumber. I love cucumber. It's really good for you. So I kind of like to add a little bit more than that. Okay. Then I have feta cheese. You may be a feta cheese fan, you may not. I kind of grew into my liking of feta. So I'm not going to use a whole lot. So when I show you how we're going to make it, I'm just going to take a dab of it and put it in there. So it could be about a tablespoon or 2 if that's what you choose to do, okay? So what we're going to do, and then we have the vinaigrette, which I'll go ahead and start with the vinaigrette. So what I have here is I got 1 garlic clove, and I chopped it and got it all ready. And then I got some oregano. I love fresh oregano. It just smells really good. And if you leave it dry in your refrigerator in a container, it'll last you a little bit, okay? So what I did is I just took a couple sprigs of that, took the little oregano leaves off, chopped it all up with my garlic, okay? And I'm going to put it in my jar. So we're going to do that. I like to get all of it in there. All right, there's that. I'm going to go ahead and add my little pinch of pepper, my pinch of salt, and I'm going to throw some behind me for good luck. All right, and let's see. Then I use a good olive oil. All right, but before we put a good olive oil in there, let me do the balsamic vinegar. So I like to use balsamic vinegar, and because I want to make extra of this, I'm going to add a little bit more. So I'm going to do about, I don't know, half a cup of the balsamic vinegar. So let's see, we're going to do half a cup of balsamic in here, and then we're going to add the olive oil, okay? All right. And you could also, if you don't have balsamic on hand, go ahead and use a red wine vinegar if you don't have balsamic. I just choose to use balsamic because I really like it. All right. And so does my family, so we use it all the time. Then I'm going to put about a half a cup of olive oil in here, maybe a little bit more, just a tad bit more, not quite 2/3, but we'll go with it, okay? So we're going to add that in there. All right. Now at this point, some folks may add maybe like a little teaspoon of Dijon mustard, which is fine. I'm not putting it in there today. My family doesn't really go for too much of that, but if you do, that's great. So then I'm going to squeeze a juice of 1 lemon. So let me cut that up. Put it in here. Okay. Let's see here. I'm not doing very good on that. All right. Now, if you're not a gal or guy that likes a lot of the balsamic vinaigrette, you're welcome to use all of your lemon. Okay. Okay. Now, I will tell you with the lemon, this is smelling really good, by the way. With lemon, when you use lemon in a dressing, it brings out iron in the spinach, believe it or not. I learned that a long time ago. So, okay, so now we're going to shake this all up. Now, this is even better, you guys, when you make this like 3 or 4 days ahead and it's sitting in the refrigerator for a couple days, and then you put it in your mason jar salad. So, okay, here we go. There's your vinaigrette. Now we're going to assemble our salads. So, this is what I do. Now, what you can do is I've added quinoa to this, and we didn't today, but you can. And if I was going to do that, I would add my quinoa after I add my chickpeas. Now, the reason why you put your chickpeas in first after you add your salad dressing is because you want those chickpeas and the quinoa to soak in your dressing, because that's what's going to give your the flavor. Okay, and plus if you dump your salad on a plate or a bowl when you're ready to eat, it looks really pretty. Okay, so I don't know. I just kind of eyeball it, maybe a couple tablespoons, okay, of dressing down in there, okay, and then I'm going to add my chickpeas. If you're not a big chickpea fan, well then don't use chickpeas, but this is what I like. Go ahead and add cannellini beans. Those are a real good hearty bean as well. You can also do black beans. I've seen it done with black beans. It just doesn't give the same, doesn't have the same texture. All right, so here's our chickpeas in our balsamic Greek vinaigrette, okay? Now we are going to add the spinach. Well, wait a minute. Let me think this out. I forget. We're going to put tomatoes first. Okay, so we're going to put tomatoes first in there. Okay. Then we're going to put some onion. Okay. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. Like I said, it all depends on how you like stuff. And then I'm going to add my olives, my Kalamata olives. And like I said earlier, you can slice them, you can leave them whole. I like a little bit of both. Then I'm going to add my cucumbers. Okay. I told you I liked cucumbers, so I'm going to add all of these in. Now I'm going to add my red pepper. Now I like red pepper, and like I said, that's what I had at home ready to go, so I just chopped it up. But you could use a yellow bell pepper, you can use an orange bell pepper, or a green pepper. So it's kind of to your liking. And that's what's so fun about this type of salad in a jar, is that you can customize it to however you like it. Alright, so you put that in there. Now remember, you're going to leave room for your spinach. Okay. I love spinach. Now, the thing with fresh spinach is if you want to chop it up, you can. I like mine like this. But it does not have to be chopped. Alright. Doesn't that look nice? Okay, now we're going to fill it with our feta cheese. Put that on top. Like that. Like that. And you know what else, guys? This is good for a picnic. Okay? So if you guys, with summer and spring here coming and everything, if you guys are planning on picnics and you want to do a quick salad the night before, this is a great way to do it. Alright. Then I just put my little mason jar tops on here, tighten it up. Now isn't that pretty? I just love this, and it's so fresh. And so you got your chickpeas marinating. When you pour it out, but when you pour it out, it's gonna come all down. The vinaigrette's just gonna pour down on all of your salad. And these can be made a couple days ahead. I wouldn't wait too long to eat them because it's so good you're not gonna want to wait. But if you are going on a picnic, I kind of like to pair it up with some grissini. So those are like Italian little breadsticks. Instead of using crackers, or, I mean, you're welcome to use bread, baguette bread, French bread, Italian bread, whatever kind of bread you like. I just like to use these. It's just kind of fun to take with me, and no slicing. And if you're on a picnic, not at work, but if you're on a picnic and want to take some wine to enjoy with it, I would do that. All right. Well, you guys, this is it for today. So I hope you've enjoyed this little Mediterranean Greek salad in a jar. So like I said, I hope you enjoy it. I would love to hear back from you guys to see if any of you tried it and what you think about it. So, but before we leave, I have a little, I always like to end with something. And so today, I just thought this was a neat earthy prayer. It's like a little poem, and it's from a person named Wendell Berry. And here it is. So I'm going to leave you with this. Within the circle of our lives, we dance the circle of the years, the circles of the seasons within the circles of the years, the cycles of the moon within the circles of the seasons, the circles of our reasons within the cycles of the moon. Again we come and go, changed and changing. Hands join, unjoin in love and fear, grief and joy. The circles turn, each giving into all. Only music keeps us here, each by all the others held. In the hold of hands and eyes we turn in pairs, that joining each to all again. And then we turn aside, alone, out of the sunlight gone, into the darker circles of return. So, may I leave you with peace, health, and happiness today, and until next time, come visit me at the center. I'd love to see you come visit us here at the Precious Blood Renewal Center. Thank you. Bye.